Hi, welcome to the Hard Reset channel. In this episode, I'll show you the ports and buttons of the Marshall Heston 60 soundbar. Let's, of course, start here from the left side. Here we have our output. Here we already have the different output options listed. We can connect our soundbar via Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, HDMI, or through the AUX output, which is a 3.5mm jack. By pressing this button, we select the appropriate option. When our indicator light here is shining brightly, it means that it is already connected. Of course, if we don't have a cable plugged in for HDMI or AUX, then the speaker won't work, but it also doesn't need to connect wirelessly to anything here. It is enough to simply connect the cable to the device, and the system will function perfectly right away. However, when we manually choose to use the Bluetooth connectivity option or, as you can see here, the Wi-Fi option, we can then hold down this output button for a moment to start the pairing process. And as we can clearly see, the button, or rather the small LED light here, has started blinking, which indicates that we have just entered the pairing mode. Now we can easily find our speaker, for example, on our phone and then simply select the pairing option to connect to it, whether that is done via a Bluetooth connection or via Wi-Fi. Next, we have the pause and play button, whether for music or movies. Of course, we press it to pause and press it again to resume. We also have a mute button here on this side, where the minus sign is. You press the left side of the button to lower the volume, and of course the right side to increase the speaker volume. The next button is a programmable button, to which you can assign any function you like. You can do this in the Marshall app. When you connect to this speaker, you can choose what function the programmable button will perform, and then, when you press it, the selected action will be carried out. The last button here is the sound button, which allows you to switch between different sound styles. It can be set, for example, for listening to music, or you can switch it to watching movies. You can also choose to activate a feature such as night mode, or adjust the settings specifically so that the vocals are significantly more pronounced and clear. That is, the actual sound of the various events occurring in whatever you're listening to, whether it happens to be music or even complex movie dialogues. So right here in this menu, you can easily choose the type of audio sound that you want to play. Of course, these are just buttons. Once you carefully turn the entire soundbar around to look at the back panel, you will find a small protective flap that you can then easily open and completely remove this flap, in order to gain full access to all of the connection ports located on the rear of the soundbar. Right here we have the sub-out port. By using this port, we can easily link our subwoofer to the soundbar to get a much richer and deeper bass performance. Right here, we can also easily plug in and connect the external power supply unit for our soundbar. This specific cord is the dedicated power cable that provides all the energy needed for the device to function properly. Of course, one end goes into the socket and the other end goes right here. We plug it in to turn on our soundbar and provide it with power. Oh, looking closely right here, we can also clearly see that it is a large 2-pin input. Next, here in the middle, at this spot, we have a USB Type-C output, so we can connect something here to charge, for example, a power bank, a phone, or anything else that can be charged via USB Type-C. We can also simply provide power for devices here via USB Type-C. So we can just connect any device that needs a USB Type-C connection. For example, I don't know, we could easily hook up some LED lighting to this soundbar, malchance, and then they would work using this specific output port and draw all the power they need from right here. Next, here we have an HDMI port and an AUX output, which is a 3.5mm jack. And I'll show you right now. Right here, you can clearly see both of these elements, the HDMI port for your TV, and the AUX connection for some other audio output. I mean, of course, it is important to remember that this is actually an input source. Here we bring in sound using this AUX, because obviously the soundbar itself doesn't generate sound, so here we can simply connect something. For example, we can connect our computer using the AUX port. And you can close the cover back up. And that's all. If this video was helpful to you, leave a thumbs up and subscribe. That's it from me, I'm signing off.